single 46-year-old woman. She's found herself in an unhappy situation. She's got a lot to say.
I want a relationship, that's what I want. I had all the adventures, I have all the stories to tell. I just want somebody that I can count on.
You're a damaged goods lady.
All I just heard is that she had all the partying. She was out there finding herself for a really long time. She's 46. How appetizing to a man to know that you got all the nasty out of your system. And now here he is. You want someone reliable and dependable now that you did all that. And he gets to have that consistent image of you doing all the nasty with everybody before because you just told him. How desirable. What?
Welcome to the S.Banks&JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks, and I'm joined by my co-host,
JD.
So, what's the topic of discussion today?
I would rather die alone than settle.
Oh, that's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. Each to their own. We got 3 clips for you today. Let's waste no time. Let's jump right in. Here's clip number 1.
A single 46-year-old woman. She's found herself in an unhappy situation. She's got a lot to say.
I want a relationship, that's what I want. I had all the adventures, I have all the stories to tell. I just want somebody that I can count on.
You're a damaged goods lady.
All I just heard is that she had all the partying. She was out there finding herself for a really long time. She's 46. How appetizing to a man to know that you got all the nasty out of your system. And now here he is. You want someone reliable and dependable now that you did all that. And he gets to have that consistent image of you doing all the nasty with everybody before because you just told him. How desirable. Why is the brain dead so thick? I'll tell you why. Because all of these women absorb all of this modern feminism for so long, and women lie to them. They tell them that guys are somehow going to receive that information well. And that guy is just like, bye. Ain't
nobody got time for that.
See you later. You had all the stories. I don't want to know. I don't want to have to go to the STD clinic either on my way out of here.
This one makes me laugh.
That's the end of that clip. It's kind of self-explanatory. I know women lie to other women, but when you look at the reality of life, right? Mm-hmm. It's the buyers of the product that you should be concerned with. So if they're not purchasing what you're selling,
there's a problem.
Do you notice the trend of women making TikTok videos in their car about how lonely they are, how unhappy they are? That's a thing now. And that's all because in the earlier days, they chose to be a rebel. And they're not getting the outcomes now that they thought they was going to get because they were sold a dream. Or they're just too dumb. Because common sense, I know common sense ain't common. I get it. But surely you can't think after 46 years of life. And let's just say, okay, you've been on the dating market since you were 20 years old. For the past 26 years, you've been getting ran through. Another failed talking stage. We don't even know what number you are on failed talking stage. Man after man. Damage. Where are we?
Emotional damage.
But emotional damage. Emotional damage. And then now you're 46, you say, do you know what? I want to settle down. How does that sound appealing to any guy?
It doesn't, and it wouldn't sound appealing because it's not appealing. You're 46 years old. Tell me, what am I going to do with you? If I was a man, I'll be thinking, what am I going to do with a 46-year-old woman?
Because I
at whatever age I am.
But I understand a younger chick because she's young and dumb or she's young and naive. She ain't crossed that,
She ain't lived
that
life
plateau
yet.
yet.
Not fully.
She ain't got to that stage yet.
Exactly.
So
She's
I get the youngers.
47. I'm sorry, at 47, just like we done a previous podcast, and I said the girl was 28. She's 28. It's a bit more understandable.
Yeah,
but
stage.
But even at 28, it's like, I'm sorry, 27. She was 27. Even at 27, it's like, really? You're a big woman. You're almost 30 years old. So this woman is 47. Are you kidding me?
And I'm sure she's had the epiphany stage.
Yeah.
At 28. But she chose to be a rebel. That's what I said before. So they chose to be a rebel. They thought the grass was greener. I was sold a dream. I can have it all. I can settle down when I want. but she don't hold the keys to relationship. Now I'll ask a question, right? This is to you, but to the audience as well. How many men want to marry the village bike
None.
or doorknob? Everybody's had a turn. How many men want to sign up to that?
The only men that would possibly, because you can't say zero, right?
That's not what I'm saying.
There's all sorts of men in this world.
Yeah.
So, okay, the percentage is extremely low. That's like 1% of men, if that. But there are in that field, right? 0.12%, whatever,
Yeah.
would do that. But the majority is not going to.
But these are not the men that those women want.
No, these are the desperate guys that can't get no chicks.
And believe it or not, those women that those simps or those low value men have signed up to believe that they're settling. You're even, you're right on par. They
That's
think
crazy.
they're settling. They actually believe they're above this guy. It's the truth. That's the reality of things, right? When you think about people like Kevin Samuels, he wasn't just right, he was spot on. Now, I'm not saying you have to agree with everything he says, right? But data and stats prove how unhappy women are today. They're so unhappy and depressed to the point they're in therapy for 10 years. They're taking
popping pills.
They're taking medication.
Yeah.
Because they're so damaged from past relationships and life.
Do you realize that a lot of the younger generations are already damaged?
Yeah. And they look a lot more older.
Yeah.
It's like their spirit, their vibration.
It's just finished. They're already finished.
Yeah, because but there's too much damage. Like I say, look, when a guy goes through hardship, it builds him. It makes him stronger. When a woman goes through hardship, it makes her a damaged woman. We're different. I'm not saying a woman's less or whatever. I'm just saying we're different. So you take that situation.
Respond differently.
Exactly.
I understand that. I get that. But I just realized that the millennials, they look a lot older than their age.
Could be the stuff they put in the food.
That too.
But
Obviously,
that's for a different podcast.
there's many factors that can cause certain things. Just like I was in a shop the other day and these kids were in secondary school, and tell me why they're all giants.
I know you got like some 14.
Tell me why
beard off.
they are like almost 6 foot, and all of them. There was a good 15 kids in that shop. The majority was boys. There was about 2 girls, but even the girls were taller than me. I'm not saying I'm average height. I'm 5 foot 4.5. I'm average.
Believe it or
but but these kids are just so tall. So yeah, that's for another podcast anyway. But I'm just saying that she's 47. I'm gonna more go to younger women. Don't end up like her. Just don't do it.
Some women you can't just save. Some people you just got to leave them to their own devices, right? And this is one of my notes, right? When will women realize they don't decide when they get married? Because that's also something that they've been sold on. You can have it all when you're ready after doing your thing on the CC wheel, whatever wheel you was on, whatever situation, whether you be in your career, because not all women was getting ran through. A lot was, but a lot weren't. They chose their career and put family loss, but they were sold on the thought that I control the keys to marriage and relationships.
You don't.
When it's all said and done.
Men control the key to marriage and relationships. Women control the key to who gets to smash you and the kids that are born. That's it. We can't control who's gonna propose to us and marry us.
No.
We don't control that. We can't control that. And in relationships too. So we can say, oh yeah, I'll wait until I'm 47, then I want to settle down. Settle down with who? Who wants a 47-year-old?
What were you doing in that time?
Crap. Running the streets. What was you doing?
I'd say this, ladies, you can't factory reset back the cooch.
Or
So
time.
Or time.
Anything.
So stop running up your mileage. Stop wasting your time. I'm not saying marriage and relationship is for all people. But I'm saying for those women that think, okay, maybe later on I'm going to want to have kids. Maybe I think that you should really think about the future. And if you know you want to have kids or possibility of that, you know, when you get older, it's harder to have babies, have children. It's harder to get a husband because you're not 21-year-old you. It is what it is. That's some food for thought. Some of my thoughts also. What do you want to add before we jump to the next clip?
I would just say that a lot of women, just like this woman, expects a man to come with his cape and sweep you off your feet at your old age. You're old. You've given your box out to Tom, Dick, and Harry. You use your youth to do crap. You're not a spring chicken anymore. You're not in your 20s. You're in your 40s and late 40s at that. A man is not going to want to come and settle down and choose you and pick you at your age. You can't give them children. What can you give them? You've had so much life experience already.
What can you give a man that you haven't already given? Or what can you give your husband?
What you haven't already...
What you haven't already given some dude.
Say she hasn't had children, that woman in particular. So then she can... No, actually, scratch that. I'll go back to what I just said. Funny you just said that. You can't give him children because you're 47 years old. The likeliness is very...
She can.
The likeliness is very unlikely. You're almost 50. Very unlikely.
You've just triggered a lot of people there.
I don't care.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Put your thoughts in the comments below. Here's clip number 2.
Not what I said. When we're joking around about cooking and cleaning, and you say, "Hey, just so you know, I'm never gonna cook and clean."
Oh, hell no!
And I joke around like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" Like
That's not what happened, Johnny.
but it really is. And if anyone knows me, they know I would not demean a person like that or a woman. First of all, the only reason I'm up here right now is because you made this public. You decided to make everything you told me that wasn't true come to light. And now I'm up here addressing it. That's all. I'm very uncomfortable. And the last thing I want to do is drag you through the mud because we both know you said things that you don't want out there. You don't want me to do that. It's not something that we should be doing.
I'm expressing to you where the turning point was for me. And you know that. And we've talked about it. We went to therapy about it. And I'm not trying to hurt you. I care about you. But you cannot make these accusations saying I cheated on you when you know damn well that isn't true.
Flying all over the world, posting videos with Greg immediately after an engagement.
When was I posting videos with Greg?
I'm just...
When was I posting videos with Greg?
Is the last video you posted in your honeymoon suite in Nashville not with Greg?
What are you... That has nothing to do
Your thoughts.
What?
with what we were talking
Victoria,
about.
I get that you say you're heartbroken or this, that I mean so much to you, but if I really did, then I think I would have gotten at least a sorry or, hey, just so you know, there's a lot about to come out, and I am in a full-blown relationship with the man that I told you I was not into.
This is outrageous. Right to jail, right away.
I wasn't in a full-blown relationship. You want this narrative to play out so bad because you don't want to take accountability
I do
for
take
what
accountability.
happened in our
I do.
relationship. This sucks. Do you think this is what I wanted out of this? I would have never gotten engaged to you if I didn't truly love you.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Exactly. And do you think that, like, being engaged to somebody and being called the names that you've said to me is, like...
I can tell that this is really emotional. It's obviously very tough for the two of you. Victoria, I do want to ask you, though, obviously you are aware, I'm sure, of everything that's being said on social media, so I'll just ask you point blank. Are you dating Greg Grippo right now?
Yes. Greg and I are together.
No. Wait.
And for the rumors out there that you started dating while you were still engaged to Johnny.
Absolutely not.
You said no. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
So to be clear, you did not cheat on Johnny with Greg?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I still consider talking to someone else while we're working on our issues cheating or emotional cheating. I wish you all the best in life. And I think I need to kind of step back now and rebuild myself.
Okay. There's a lot to unpack in this. I'll try to unpack as much as I can. First thing I'll say is that it's clear she doesn't give a F about this dude. He was the stand-in guy. She was obviously saying one thing to him and doing something else. So she was saying, I'm not linking Greg. But she was dealing with Greg while she was with him. She would say things that she's like joking about. I'm not cooking and cleaning. Basically, I ain't no wife to you, but I'll be a wife to Greg though. So, and then the whole kind of reminded me of Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, where Jada interviewed Will Smith on the Red Table Talk, sitting in that yoga position after that whole August Alsina situation, right? She didn't give a F. Like Chris Rock said in his last Netflix comedy, right? The cheater interviewing the person she cheated on.
I know, crazy.
It just reminded me of that. And I just thought, wow, this girl's trying to pull up the whole crocodile tears.
I know.
Look, I get he's a standing guy, but you need to do him like that. But you're going to hear a lot of women say, you go sis, you go sis. Wrong is wrong.
Yeah, wrong is wrong. From how it sounds,
Yeah,
she was obviously cheating.
that's a no-brainer.
And even if you're not doing the do right, just like he said,
She was emotionally cheating.
Exactly.
And she was cheating.
That's still cheating.
Because when a woman can be with you 1 year, she check out year 6. And that's when she was linking the other dude. And I think she was going back and forth for both of them. But Greg was her first choice. And you see it all the time. That's why I think.
Yeah, he was a fill-in guy. You're just there for now until
The place filler.
yeah, until I get what I want or who I want.
Yeah.
You're like a placemat. Stay there.
And you know the funny thing, the punchline to that story is Greg's got his main piece. She's the side thing to him.
Seriously.
I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just throwing.
Oh, okay.
What I think
I haven't seen the
scenario
show, so I don't know.
Should be is that, and think about it like this, Ryan, fellas. If you meet a chick, right, and you took her from her man, there's no point coming with the measuring D business and coming with the whole ego thing. If she cheated on her boyfriend with you, what makes you think she won't do it to you?
Exactly.
So that's how you know Greg is just beating. She's a pretty chick. Smash.
She's
do your thing.
disloyal.
Exactly. So Greg ain't gonna be turned on by it. Some dudes are stupid and they're gonna be like, oh, like I smashed your girl, man, and rare. Nah, it's both of our girl. We share her. You know, it's not my chick or your chick. It's just our time. So I think a lot of dudes need to look at it like that. It is what it is.
That's crazy.
What else do you want to add on that?
That's crazy. She's there talking about accountability. It's like, Virgin, are you taking accountability for what you've done? So far, what we heard, he hasn't done anything wrong. You're talking about you're engaged to him. They're asking a question: was you cheating, or did you get with Greg while engaged? And definitely not. And then want to do the crocodile tears.
She was clearly monkey branching from one guy to another guy. And if I throw another scenario in there, Greg were even the other guy. There was another man she was linking.
Okay, add them people, yeah.
I'm just saying, if you look at the scenario, chicks like that get bored easy. You know, she goes with how she feels. So on Monday, she thinks she prefers Greg overall. Tuesday, she goes to the guy that she was engaged to. Wednesday, there's this new guy. And it's just based on how she feels.
Yeah, she's disloyal.
Exactly. Why am I signing up for some chick? Why am I signing up for some chick that's piggy banking from me to a next dude and taking her seriously? And then she tried to post ish. She done it on purpose.
To make him jealous.
To make him jealous, but to show him, you know, you just put in the
options.
Give him little snippets. Not even that. To give him little snippets that I want to break up with you. You know the games that they play.
That's mean. I would just say, if you want to break up with someone, you don't want to be with someone, just break up with them, man. Why play all the games? Just say, look, I'm not with it, innit? Like, I want to do my thing. Like, just break up with them. Like, stop, don't do that.
Yeah, but she said, I loved him. If you loved him, you wouldn't treat him like that.
No, she didn't.
You loved him, but you're talking to other men.
No, she didn't.
The gaslighting was unreal. And for me, the accountability.
She had none.
You was caught lying. And you still, even though you were red-handed, you still was lying. Come on, man. This is why a lot of men are saying, listen, he dodged the bullet. A lot of men are saying, I'm opting out. Because imagine he actually went through and married this chick.
Yeah.
Because say Greg wasn't giving her the green light, she would have actually gone through, married this dude, then be cheating on this dude with Greg or some other dude or the pool guy or the guy cutting the lawnmower guy or whatever. Come on, man. Like, keep it 100. But again, he was a placeholder. She was using him for what she could get. And a lot of women do this. But then a lot of women pass up a lot of good men, whether it be through these kind of situations or a lot of guys that they put in their friend zone that qualified, but they just thought, if I go with him, I'm settling. It is what it is. What else do you want to add?
I don't have nothing more to add. She's just a cheat. And she's disloyal. So, yeah, we can move on to the next clip.
Yeah. People, put your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what you guys think. In that being said, here's the final clip of today. Here's clip number 3.
Make some people upset, but when guys say they won't date a woman that doesn't cook or clean, I completely agree. I also refuse to date a partner who can't do certain things, but it's way more than cooking and clean, so I made a list. Before we get started, let it be noted that for everyone who's gonna be like, well, your standards are too high, no the fuck they're not. My standards are right where they want to be, okay? And everything on this list is not even, like, this is the bare minimum. The lowest level of shit that you have to be able to do before I would even consider spending my time in a relationship with you. Cool, right? Also, I can do every single one of these things on this list, okay? Also, let it be noted, I am so happy single.
Why the fuck you lying?
Like, I am happier than I've ever been in a relationship at this point in my life, completely single. If you're not there yet, I'm so sorry. But once you find that peace and no one's in your, I'm happy. Anyway, here goes the list, right? 1, drive a stick shift. I have a Jeep Wrangler. I drive a stick shift. If you can't do that, we can't be together. Ride a motorcycle. I have a motorcycle. I ride a motorcycle. If you can't do that, you're not my guy. Swim. I'm not fucking kidding. How much gonna go jump off the cliffs in Italy and what? You're gonna be up there watching me? No. Own power tools. I'm an aircraft mechanic. So, build a house. When I joined the Navy in 2009, I started getting a whole bunch of opportunities to go do Habitat for Humanity projects, and I loved them. So far I've done 39 Habitat for Humanity projects. Every time we go build a house, and I know how to build a house. So if you can't build a house, you're out.
Who in the blue hell are you?
Button back on your shirt. I'm not kidding on this one. That's just like a skills thing. If you can't sew a button back on your shirt, if you can't figure that out, no. Bake a cake. Once again, I'm not kidding. Definitely not kidding. The instructions are on the box. Like a 5-year-old could do this. Figure it out. Hold a conversation about topics that you're not interested in whatsoever. This is a serious thing too. Like, if you're in a relationship, a lot of times you're going to end up around people that are going to talk to you about things that you don't want to talk about and don't care about. If you have kids, they're going to talk to you about shit that you don't fucking care about all the fucking time. I'm not dealing with it. If you can't hold that conversation and you can't present yourself as a respectable, intelligent person around my friends and family when they're going to talk to you about shit that you might not want to... No. Next. Cut the grass. I've bought 2 houses. I've cut my share of grass. The reason I moved out of my house and into an apartment in 2018 was because I realized I was 27 years old and I was on my way home on Friday night, worried about whether or not I was going to be able to cut my grass before it rained. I've cut my share of grass. If you can't cut the grass, done. Fix a hole in the wall. Once again, I own 2 houses. If you can't do something that simple, you're not my person. I'm going to be pissed off if you do it wrong too. Afford to go places I like to go. This is about eating. And this one's a good one. So I'm going to make...
That's the end of that clip.
Oh, wow.
That was a lot.
It's just too much.
I'm convinced that women don't even want high value men anymore. That's too little for them. They want superheroes. But they're not superheroes themselves. But a lot of men try, but then these women create supervillains. So then if men are not opting out, there's a lot of F-boys treating women a certain way because of things like this. I'm not saying they should do that, but I understand. I have empathy. Now, if you noticed, a lot of the things that she mentioned was very masculine traits. She did mention about, making a cake, which I'd more consider to be a more feminine thing, right? Dudes can make a cake. I don't think it's, bad in that. But I'm saying most of the stuff, own power tools, build a house. So think about that, right? For me to qualify for a chick, I got to do skydiving. I got to build a house. I got to do all these things. But she listed off the qualities of what a woman would want in a man. But then would a man want those qualities in a woman, and especially masculine qualities? Like, I want a woman that can bake. I want a woman that can cook.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because she does say, just to intervene a second, she does say that she can do all these things herself. So,
and that's good. That's good.
When
you're a talented woman.
Yes. I'm sorry. The part that she's talking about, she can build a house. You didn't build a house from scratch. To stop it.
We know that.
You didn't dig the foundation and use the tools and
lift up what?
If anything, you just said put this there, do that.
You pointed.
Yeah,
to where you
don't
want something.
try it. You didn't build no house. You maybe put a 2 brick or 2 on the wall to make the wall.
She painted.
And
the guy's done the hard work. Have you ever seen those decoration shows?
Yeah.
And
the man does the work and the woman paints.
The guy?
She doesn't even go as far as painting.
So the guy gets his team. Let's be realistic. What I've seen.
What I've seen too.
So say it's the husband and the wife team, right? The guy does the hard grafting. He rips out the house. Say it's a renovation house, right? They're renovating the house. The guy rips out the thing, puts up all these poles and builds the foundation. The woman designs and say, after it's all done,
yeah,
she goes,
gonna buy all this stuff.
I think the colors should be this.
Yeah.
I think it should be designed like this. I've seen this nice piece in this art shop. That's your forte. She's acting like to say she ripped out the foundation, did all these things. It was men. Stop it.
When she was saying what she was saying, I just read just full blown masculinity in her. She was just so masculine. And there's nothing wrong with doing certain things. Me and myself, I don't mind picking up a power tool and putting up shelves and stuff like that. Yeah. To me, I like to know how to do certain things. If a man is there to do it, great. You can do it as a man.
Women only remember that they're a woman when it's time to open a simple jar. Could be a jar of pickles, pasta sauce. Funny.
Women are not incapable of doing certain things, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying.
So hence why I said in regards to me, I know how to put up shelves. I know how to put up a TV. I know how to do certain things and put up a wardrobe and a bed. I've done it many times before. But I'm just saying that if you have a man and he can do it, he can do it. I don't have a problem in doing it even if the man is there.
Do you think that's what turns men on?
No, it's not a turn on.
From women.
For me, I just feel like for me personally, I just like to know how to do things.
That's good.
It has nothing to do with being feminine, masculine. No, I just know I like to know how to be able to do things.
In general, women
it's not a turn on
masculine,
to men, no.
Unless the dude swings both ways. But I'm just saying, right?
It's not a turn on to be masculine, no.
Let me ask a question. This is what she said, and this is what I've heard from a lot of women. I'm happy being single, and I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. What's your thoughts on that?
Capping.
So she's happy being single, and being alone is the happiest that she's ever been in her life.
Capping. I say bullshit to that. Sorry for swearing.
Okay.
I say BS because women, we want companionship. I don't know how many times I need to say the same thing. We want companionship. We like to socialize. We're social butterflies. Right? We like other people to be around us. No matter who it is, we like other people to be within our vicinity. So then you can't, I'm not saying that there's not women that are totally fine being by themselves. Yes, I'm sure there's women like that. But could you also say that maybe they may be a bit on the masculine side? Because men typically want to be by themselves. Men typically are perfectly fine not having no one
Solo.
around them. Do you see what I mean? So maybe those sort of women may be a little bit masculine in that sense, to be comfortable to being single and being happy in it.
Yeah.
With her, I'm going to call cap on that. And I'm going to call cap on a lot of women that say, oh, I'm happy single.
So-
no, you're not happy single.
So the survey says she's chatting S and it's
Oh,
cap.
so they say, dun, dun.
She's
You're
chatting
lying.
cap, right?
Just stop it. Okay, you may feel
So-
like that in the moment, right? You may feel like that
I don't-
right now, but give it how many
I don't
years
think,
down the line.
I don't think she feels that way. Just like you say it, right? Remember the video we done on that 46-year-old woman where she's sitting in her car saying how unhappy she is.
We've done so
and
many.
Yeah, and we'll play that.
Hey, TikTok. You know, it's crazy because I joke a lot about being single and, you know, I laugh it off. But I'm 46 years old. And while I'm getting ready for surgery and everything, it dawned on me. Hold on. I'm sorry. It dawned on me that I'm 46 years old and I don't have a husband to take care of me. I don't have a husband to help me get ready. I'm 46 years old and I still need my mama to take care of me post-op.
But I'm just saying, right? What about the other chick as well, where she's in her house and she turns the camera, it's empty. I don't have any kids. Come on,
You have
man.
nothing.
So I know in a few moments later,
Yeah.
you're going to have those very same women sitting in their car crying, and you're going to be listing off, or you've listed off now, oh, this is what I can do. I'm happy being single. Look at Tracy Ellis Ross. She's now wondering, something is missing.
Look at so many people. Look at Tia.
Mowry.
Tia, yeah.
Uh-huh.
She just recently got divorced and she's saying, oh, hopefully someone's going to come in my life and replace the man you just divorced. Like, just stop it. Just stop it. You're not happy by yourself. Now she's doing first traps on Instagram, doing all sorts of crap, right? She is a type of person that needs to be in a relationship. That's just who you are. You need to be in a relationship. And most women are like that also. We need that company. We need that companionship. Let's just stop the cap on that. Stop saying, oh, you're happy single. You're not happy single. It may not hit you now.
Yeah.
You may feel, like I said, in that moment, yeah, I'm happy single. I get to live my life. I don't have to answer to nobody. I would say you're childish in that sense. But I'm just saying, stop lying and saying you're happy to be single when you're not. It may not hit you now. It may hit you next year or in 5 years' time, but it's going to hit you because that wall is faithful. The wall is faithful. It's going to hit you in your ass. Some women it hits softly. Some women it hits hard, like it's a brick head first.
I think it hits most women hard.
It does, but it depends on how you lived your life prior. Now, if you're like this girl, and you're saying all these things, I'm not saying that men shouldn't be able to do certain things. Yes, the hell you should. Okay. For me, if you don't have a license and you're a grown adult, like really, even if you choose not to drive, you should. That's like a
certain things
a basic thing
should come as standard
as being an adult. That's like saying, I don't pay bills.
What I think's happening
You're an
is
adult.
this. With her, she's the poster girl for this, right? I see this with a lot of women. I think she is overqualifying herself and making the criteria so high for men because deep down she knows the man that she really wants, she doesn't qualify for. So she has to set the level so high that most men can't meet that. But really and truly, the guys that she really wants don't want her.
Can I ask you a question? You already know the answer. I know the answer. But just for the audience, just for their sake, right? What do men want in a woman? I'm asking you as a male. You can make it as
Peaceful, submissive, fit, feminine, friendly.
okay. Now, ladies, you heard that for yourself just now. So when you're having all this criteria that this woman in a clip is having, this is not what men want in a woman.
The thing is this, that's true. But again, she knows that she doesn't qualify them for the men that she wants, right?
But you
so
can
she sets a high criteria.
Okay.
So then that way, that's a buffer.
Not everyone is going to get what you want in life, period. But you can get something, just like women. Okay, say some women was a 304, she's a X304, she's done her stuff, she done blah, 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 blah. And then later on in life, say she's in her 30s, she's like, oh, let me settle down, have kids or do whatever. And she chooses a simp in order to do that. At least she settled with someone. She settled down with someone. But she knows that that's not the man she wants. She wants the guy that's got six figures.
But then those women tend to treat those men like crap. And then that relationship doesn't really materialize into anything positive
Yeah.
along the line.
It's not the greatest relationship, no.